How to know there's a Valkyrie in the team? You're just here for them.
This cascade is growing out of control.
Is this lag? Oh no.
Exolizer spent.
By the way, I love the new physics that they gave to Valkyrie's skirt. Like, you can see a lot more down there. Was this supposed to be the fix to the skirt problem? Clipping? D will down the randomest heals possible, I don't understand that. You have to be joking, man. Oh no. G to the G, man. So G to the... Holy shit, what was this? Okay. Well, time to get out of here, I guess. Assuming I can find the exit, because the door is locked on me. I know, Quinn, I know. Your asshole's growing out of control too one day. Sorry, team. I mean... I can't trust the game at all. Hey, I'm gonna be host. Yay, I can stay in. Why do I only do Void Cascade? Because whether D likes to admit it or not, Void Cascade is like the only thing that even... What's even the point of the skirt thing, honestly, the skirt physics that they updated? It's still somewhat buggy. Zeke the Dragon. Do you think that person spent like 120 platinum to change their name? Or is it 20? I forgot. Why is there always somebody after me, man, when I want to do Valkyrie's thing? Anything stupid on Reddit? Yeah, I actually saw 2 stupid threads on Reddit recently. Huh?
Our enemy has abandoned valuable supplies. This is yours now.
Did they know? I'm jumping over the place. Yeah, sorry. I'm sleep deprived, honestly. I didn't sleep well. I was up watching girl anime. I don't mean hentai. I was watching, you know, Lady Doctor gets reincarnated in a different world, and there's like 25 handsome princes that want to marry her at the same time. And then, you know, you're like, what's the style of this thing called? See a bush in the bush? I watch anime like that? I literally watch every single kind of anime out there. You know what is funny? What started making me watch anime? The Squid Games. I don't mean because of the language thing. I know I'm racist, but I'm not that racist. I don't mean because of the language barrier stuff. I mean because, like, you know, Squid Games finished, I was like, yeah, this is a decent show. It's good. You know, compare all the trash out there. And then they're like, season 2 is gonna come out, and I'm like, oh cool, when is it gonna come out? Well, you know, it's Netflix, it might even get cancelled, so I'm like, oh fuck me, here we go again. And funny enough, like after Squid Games, I was like, I give up on TV shows, on like traditional TV shows. I give up on them because they take too long to come out. Thankfully, there are like recently some not episodes, call them TV shows, that are actually coming out on time. They're not taking forever. So at least there is that.
These invaders have any idea what demons they have invoked upon us all?
Okay, am I lagging to myself? Who is nuking the entire map where Valkyrie has a hard time building up her combo? Dude, I'm so distracted by your skirt, honestly. What a pointless feature. Okay, let me first comment about the skirt of Valkyrie. I know I do this a lot, I just jump between subjects. I don't know if that's my thing, but it is apparently. Oh, by the way, sometimes I'm dropping inputs. This is something that ever since I started playing Valkyrie, I noticed in Warframe a lot. I thought it was a bug, actually. Oh, sorry, not a bug. Like that was, you know, a build thing. But I don't think it is. Anyway, what was I saying? Which conversation was I having? Oh yeah, the skirt thing. I like how the skirt was clipping, it was whatever, and apparently they updated it, it seems like. I think they even mentioned it in the patch notes. And they said something about it requiring more time in the oven to like fix it like fully. Right now they just gave a different kind of quote-unquote fix, if that makes sense. But I just love it. On how it's showing more cheek Like, look at the skirt. 90% of the time, it's not even on Valkyrie. It doesn't cover anything. So, D will literally die on the randomest hills possible. Instead of making the skirt just more rigid on the physics, so it clips less. Right now, it's more clippy or even less. I don't know. It depends on your definition, I guess. Where? Oh my god, is this asshole. We will persist, yeah, during loading screens, man. Like, 90% of the time, I just see ass cheeks on Valkyrie now. What is the point of the skirt? D, instead of making the skirt tighter, not tighter, but, you know, like controlled physically better, on a budget, instead of, like, trying to actually fix it, D will, like, sometimes fix the randomest things possible in the game, and you have no idea why. Instead of doing the common sense thing on a budget, and giving the player the option to simply remove the skirt, which I think is gonna be a lot better in terms of, like, effort, time, value, whatever. They're like, we're gonna do a whole revamp of the skirt on Valkyrie. I just love that. The skirt 90% of the time is not covering anything. It's just flying all over the place. It kind of makes it weird, because then, you know, the point is, like, what's the point of the skirt? I mean, it's not that it was the point of the skirt being like that in the first place, mind you. Because people are just complaining about the clipping, and I'm like, listen, this game has worse clipping than that, plus, like, Ember's broken, you know, ties. D's never gonna fix this, and they decided this is gonna be, like, one of the first updates for Valkyrie in fixing her. The skirt. Dude, the skirt is not hiding anything. It's like 2 marshmallows are sticking out. What were the stupid Reddit comments? Oh yeah, let's go in order. The stupid Reddit comment. Honestly, I don't know if this is true. If it is, I'm very disappointed in D, actually. I mean, 300 employees, I'm not gonna say multi-billion, but, you know, at the very least in terms of funding, I think multi-100,000 company, or at least a few million. I'm mostly disappointed in D if this is the case. You know, recently, in the patch, they fixed Mesa regulators. The default Mesa, God, it's so specific, but basically the default Mesa was applying something about attack speed on the regulators at double the rate. Anyway, that quote-unquote bug has existed in Warframe for about 7 years, I think. At least that's what Redditors are saying. Default Warframe does 2 times speed like the attack rate, it's 2 times faster on the mod. Something like that. But if you run the math, it's more like 40% attack speed increase, or 30, someone ran the math. Whatever. Anyway, this is a math that existed, or should I say a bug that existed with the math, I don't know, apparently 7 years, or even 8. And D never fixed it, and nobody has any idea why. Recently, apparently, there was a YouTuber, I forget their name. I shouldn't mention their name, honestly. They might make stupid builds, and I might end up making fun of them. You never know with me. Apparently, they put up the video recently that were like, apparently they were talking about, like, little, you know, tidbits about Warframe, like little bugs here, whatever, and they mentioned that about the default Mesa. So maybe that's the reason they fixed it, because a YouTuber came out with a video, and they were like, hey, did you know default Mesa has 2 times attack speed versus Prime Mesa? By the way, it sounds like really complicated the way I'm explaining it, but simply to put, there was a bug in Warframe where default Mesa has 2 times attack speed on something, on the regulators, versus Prime Mesa. Okay? A random YouTuber makes a video. What is that? Okay, why did it turn yellow? I have no idea. That is what happened with the Mesa thing. Now, here's the part that I found really disappointing. Of course, you know, Redditors make jokes all the time because they're not serious people. 2024 politics showed that to us. Like, the Redditor was joking, maybe, I'm not sure, but they made a comment that really made me disappointed in the... which was... extraction is bugged? Exit that way. Where was I about the... oh yeah, the Mesa thing. Okay, anyway, so the Mesa thing ends up in a situation where a YouTuber, Redditor made a joke, and they're like, Lolomar Raffo, what you call it, Warframe D, they don't fix any bugs until a YouTuber makes a video about it, and D notices it, and then they fix it. I don't know if that's true or not, but assuming it is, like, because, you know, it's coincidental, apparently this person makes a video And D is like, yeah, we're gonna fix it now. I mean, I find it hard-pressed they never noticed that bug, you know? Like, you're gonna tell me D for about 7 years with all the red comments and videos and this and that they don't notice it until a popular YouTuber, and they're not even popular. I think their videos barely break like a couple of 10,000 views. Barely. So I don't know how D noticed that video, honestly. I have honestly no idea. But as soon... What's the shield thing for breaking? I must be blind. Midas was... Is it...
Well done, Tenno.
Is it not this?
Any nearby attackers will degrade the Exolyzer's performance.
It's like right there. It's like literally less than 100 meters away, man. Can I finish my comment about Nessa? Sorry, not Nessa. Who's even Nessa? We're all Nessa on this place today. D most likely... Yeah, I know, it's very weird. D takes 7 years to fix the Mesa regulators thing. And then finally, 7 years after they fix it. But it comes after a video. It could be just timing or I don't know. But depending on how you see at it, or at least the way I see it, it's just like so... Like, you know, assuming... I don't know, man. Because if they did actually like not notice Mesa was bugged for 7 years apparently, it took them 7 years to fix it. You know what I mean? It took them 7 years to fix it. I mean, I'm not gonna make fun of it, but oh my god, how did they not notice that bug for 7 years? Yeah, I know, that's the disappointing part. If it takes a YouTuber for D to fix a bug, you need a YouTuber to make a video with like 10,000 views for you to notice a bug? Come on. Like at this point, what 300 employees, man? You guys don't have 300 employees if that's how long it takes you to fix a bug that it requires a YouTuber with 10,000 views at least on a video. Within maybe the first hour or something for you to notice it. I know I'm being mean, and by the way, I'm not making fun of the YouTuber, but it's like so disappointing, assuming that's what happened. But the thing that really, I guess by bias, the thing that really tilted me, and the reason I'm just, you know, like giving it to D basically, is because... How can I explain this? Okay, so a YouTube... Sorry, not YouTuber, I keep on confusing those two. I guess they're the same quality. because again, I like, you know, I'm making fun of D. Again, I don't know if that's true. That's based on a comment from a Redditor, because like I don't know other, you know, YouTube videos about Warframe and content creation. And then of course they reference the name and stuff, so that's why I look and the dates are very close and I'm like, wow, did they just fix a bug within like 1 week when the video came out? That is so unfair, man. There have been bugs there for longer and D doesn't pay attention to them, Baka. D doesn't pay attention to bugs until a YouTuber makes a video about them and removes their glyph as well at the same time. But I think by proxy, what really pissed me off more than anything was what they said later. One of the Redditors, and I think this comment really pissed me off so much, and the reason that, you know, I'm associating D with being lazy and fixing bugs. What I think really got me was what a Redditor said. They were like, well, yeah, of course, it's better for D to look at the video, at a popular video, and fix bugs from that video than them going through the bug forums and spending hours upon hours, you know, canvassing the entire forum to find the bugs and stuff. It's more efficient that way. And I was like, dude, are you serious? Then what? Are you stupid? I love how that's my go-to. Are you stupid? No, seriously, are you stupid? What is the point of the bug forums for Warframe if D isn't gonna pay attention to them? Also, okay, what happens if there's a massive bug in the game? Okay, for a certain weapon, and D doesn't notice it. Like, it's a niche weapon, you know, like let's say I'm one of the very few people that use it, like the Brahma, for example. I mean, as far as I can tell, the Brahma doesn't have major... Actually, the Brahma does have the line of sight problem, but I can never tell if that's a host issue or not. But anyways, assuming that's the problem, like, am I supposed to wait for a YouTuber to submit a bug? Is the opinion of everyday people that play Warframe and submit bugs, or they play certain weapons that have bugs, like, go and fuck yourself, I guess. That's what people are saying. That's what some Redditors think. They're like, go and fuck yourself. If you're not a famous YouTuber, I mean, I don't know how you can be famous playing Warframe, considering those things barely scratch 200,000 views, so you know those people can shut the fuck up. Seriously? I need to wait for a video that has 10,000 views to come out for D to fix a bug? I mean, again, I don't know if that's the case, mind you. That's based upon hearsay from a Redditor, and then that attitude that I think with the upvotes a few dozen people agree with, and that's few dozen many people too much. Because honestly, what the fuck, man? That is not cool at all. That is not kosher, man. Shame on you. No, seriously, shame on you. Ghosts need to jump. They can't even fly between platforms. Warframe coding. Ghosts are not real ghosts, they're fake ghosts, they still need to jump, it's like a Scooby-Doo skit. But no, seriously, that pissed me off so much. That honestly like was the stupidest comment I read the entire week on Reddit for Warframe. Somebody actually said the words, it's okay if D doesn't fix bugs that are submitted on the forums. What the fuck? Dude, no offense, but first of all, I just want to say this. If a single weapon that was a prime weapon is bugged, D needs to fix it immediately, because people paid money for, like, you know, there's a good portion of people that paid money for that thing, for that weapon. No offense, but by that logic, D should honestly refund half of the game for people, for prime access. If people spend almost $100 for a weapon, a prime weapon, and it's broken, okay, I'm sorry to say this, they need to fix it immediately, by that logic. What a stupid person that was. This isn't some political statement like, you know, oh, I spent 5 minutes with everyday people, that's the reason democracy doesn't work. This isn't that, man. It's a fucking bug. You have a forum for a bug. What am I supposed to do with the information for the bug? No, seriously, what do you mean to do about the bug? I don't understand. I have a bug. I noticed a bug in Warframe. I'm gonna submit it on the forums. There's no other place to submit it. Or I'm gonna submit it on Reddit, so I get upvotes and D notice it. But even that's not good enough. In order for D to notice my bugs, sorry, not my bugs, my bugs, Ara, in order for D to notice that I need to make a video, I need 10,000 people to watch my video. I might as well AstroTurf and bot the video then. Do Redditors not even think for a second? Anything that costs money in the game, anything that you can only buy with money, okay, only with money, what is equivalent of platinum or the special Aya, D needs to fix any bug on that graphically, whatever, immediately if that's the case then. Because, oh my god, what are these low standards we have? And the reason that pisses me off so much, the reason it pisses me off so much, the reason for that is because recently my phone company, I have a phone company for my cell phone. I know that I own one, my provider. Recently, like, my provider has been rubbish. I don't know what happened, but apparently after COVID, the provider that I have for my cell phone turned out to be one of the worst providers in the world. Fun fact, my provider currently for my cell phone literally does not have anybody in tech support. They have nobody in tech support in Canada. All those people are overseas, and you need to set up what you call it an appointment, and they have an automated system that doesn't work. Fun fact, there's currently a phone company known as Fido in Canada that is completely dead. There is nobody working at the company. It takes you a week to set up an appointment. The entire system is broken. I don't know if it happened because, you know, I don't have too many problems with companies, but I wanted to ask them a question. Oh, they were like, oh, here's the automated bot system. And the bot system doesn't understand what to do, so I need to constantly set up appointments that can take a week to set up. That's not a joke. Literally, my provider currently is a dead company. Even changing to another provider might end up being a problem because their system is completely broken. So that's one of the reasons I'm having like PTSD, you know? I basically have PTSD currently when people are like, D doesn't fix any bugs until a YouTuber with 10,000 viewers, not 10,000 viewers, but you know, like 10,000 views on the video, like notices a bug and mentions it. Lol, it's so funny. And I'm like, dude, how is that funny? What is the point then of the bug forums? I don't understand. A long time ago, people like me mentioned this to D, and D never accepted this. That's the funny part. Somebody's gonna be like, D doesn't notice you, and I'm like, yeah, no, they noticed me, trust me. About 7 years ago, they didn't notice me, even longer than that, when they removed like those 2 slots from the Warframes. because they were like compressing the skill mod cards into the entire system. I was literally the guy that advised them, hey, just remove the 2 slots at the end. Because, fun fact, if anybody can find the notes, maybe the video, even the Reddit post that they had back then, when they were about to remove the slots for the skills and just put them in the Warframe, because, you know, everybody was just running like Rhino with Roar and Stomp, and that's it. All the other skills are not being used. Well, Iron Skin, yeah, but like that other skill was not being used. Actually, people weren't even running Stomp, I think. Like Rhino was one of the very few Warframes that I think people would run 2 or 3 skills. Like he was one of the very few rare Warframes that actually had a higher skill usage than most other Warframes. Most other Warframes would be like 1 skill or 2 if we're lucky. So D was having a mental breakdown at one point, trying to understand how to do the skills. And they were like, oh no, we don't know how to do it. People, I think this is not a joke. D even said, remove the skills, because we're gonna end up deleting it. D was honestly very weird with their incompetence at one point. Because D literally said, remove the mods from your things. Because we don't know how we're gonna remove the slots for your Warframe. It was an entire debate. I was a person that literally said the words, just remove the last 2, unequip and remove the last 2. Even just unequipping all the mods and then remove the other 2 is better than whatever. Because they were panicking. They were like, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna end up deleting mods. By the way, this was like even before Legendary Core, like when the Legendary Core transition was happening with the mod system, and so many people tried to, you know, cheat by photoshopping the Legendary Core mod. If you had, there was a mod that had to be level 10, I think, right? And then you get a Legendary Core because it got transferred. Was it Steel Charge? I don't remember. It had a Steel Charge icon, I remember that much. But I love how many people try to, you know, cheat D. They're like, hey D, I have a level 6 mod. I think it was level 6 or 7 or 8. We have this, we're gonna get the Legendary Core. And like so many people did that to mass farm the cores when the transition happened. I just love that. And so many of them also tried to. Ah, fuck me, it's you, man. I remember D mentioned we have a script. We know if you had the mod or not. At least I guess that worked with our servers. But so many people actually tried to like cheese D. So many people were like, D, look at us, we had a level 6 mod, you don't give us our stuff. And D was like, we have a script, you motherfuckers, we know. Don't pretend. I love the amount of people that just lost their shit when they didn't get their legendary cores back then. With the mod system when it transitioned. They're like, D is bad, they're evil, they stole our money. And I'm like, dude, it's a free game, plus that legendary core mod, you know, the transition that happened, don't lie. Why are you lying, motherfucker? Why you gotta lie? D stole my puppy! I'm like, no, he didn't. What the?
Cascade receding.
What? But I'm host! I'm sorry, why did the game pull me out as a host? Hold on, don't tell me if there's 2 people in the Void Cascade and one of them is waiting, it extracts both the host and... D, honestly, your failures are immeasurable for me. I don't know what to say. I'm host, what the fuck do you care about pulling me out? What? I don't understand what just happened over there. I have no idea.
Here's what we can do for you.
What can you do for me? Can you tell D to fix anything with this game, or nobody submits it on the forums? We have to wait for a YouTuber to make a video, so D is like, oh, we noticed the bugs in the game? What is the point of submitting bugs for Warframe if they're not gonna fix it until a random YouTuber makes a video about it? How is that even fair, man? I was about to finally reach the point where I can check how much damage I was doing with the thing. With the toxin build. Instead of the heat, but I think the heat was doing more damage still. Because with the heat, you know, once I hit them and any proc that's gonna happen, that's gonna add to my overall damage, so I was killing, like, technically the enemies with 1 less hit overall. But I'm not sure because I'm not in the thousands. What a terrible day to have a eye. To have a eye. Okay, Valkyr, I'm not doing this for you, man. Go and get your own kills.
Exalizer under assault.
Okay, something just happened over here because my damage is a lot worse on that guy. I have no idea why. He should have been very easy to kill. Really now, old man. How about you make it work for me, huh? Do you have so many bug reports? That's not the point. If these not gonna mention, if these not gonna notice the bug reports in Warframe that everyday people submit, I understand that. I understand the forums can be a cesspool. I understand that. I really, really do. I mean, it's proven with that guy that lost his shit at Valkyr. Okay, the orb is debating where to go. It's like, do I belong here or here? Sorry, first day on the job, man. Not sure I belong. And I'm like, that sounds so sad, man. Yeah, I know. Do you think that orb was isekai'd over here? Okay. But, you know, I have PTSD because of my phone company literally being a dead company where nobody works and literally everybody's overseas and it takes you 1 week to talk with somebody, you know, like I'm just saying I have PTSD right now with, like, whatever that Redditor mentioned. You know, D doesn't notice your problems until a YouTuber, you know, like, makes a video about it. By the way, I don't watch the video. Like I don't know how legit that comment is, or if it's just a joke. But if it's not a joke, I'm so disappointed in them, man. I'm so disappointed in them. Okay, so my weapons are not working correctly because of that mod problem. I think the game actually unloaded a mod for me. I literally think it unloaded a mod because, like I didn't get a hit over there. Or maybe my hitbox is behind me. By the way, fun fact, there's a bug with Valkyr. This extends to most melee warframes. Your hitbox is either behind you, or it's updating at intervals. Yep, there we go, this bug. Fun fact, sometimes the melee characters, if you do this, as you can see my hits over there, yeah, the game is calculating the hits slower. Like, it's calculating less of them when you try and hit. There's a reason why sometimes, even with all the damage in the world, you can't damage the nullifiers in melee range. While editing the videos, I noticed that, like, sometimes the nullifiers, I literally miss the nullifiers like this. Because the ticks, the game is not calculating the ticks correctly. You know the ticks for a server? Yeah, it's not calculating them so correctly, except there's no servers here, it's a host. So either the host has a low-end CPU, or maybe they're lagging graphically in their game, so the game is trying to keep up and it's using simpler math. I don't know what the situation could be. But the amount of times as Valkyr where I just completely missed the nullifiers at point blank is honestly way too high. And it's not lag. And sometimes my hitbox is behind me, by the way, with Valkyr. I noticed that. I noticed that sometimes my hitbox and the attacks that I have are like 1 meter away. They're like 1 meter behind me, everything. Yeah, but I don't understand, man. I don't understand how that's acceptable. I don't know how anybody can think that way. Talk about hating yourself, you know what I mean? I can't believe somebody actually said it's time for D not to fix any bugs unless it gets noticed. There we go, the game calculated less on my hits. It's a bug that needs to be fixed, but D will never fix it, just like from a Crux. Only getting 1 hit per 1 shot and multi-shot not working on it. Did they fix that? I have no idea. But I know for a fact, I know 100% for a fact that, like, nobody mentioned. In fact, up till today, only one single Redditor mentioned it. All the other Redditors are so stupid, man. Everybody else constantly is like, primary equity, it's so cool, man, use it. Because I watched that one YouTuber's video. I forgot their name. There's this YouTuber that, you know, makes like fancy builds and stuff, like finds all the little bugs in Warframe and how like super powerful certain weapon combinations are with beam weapons and bolt sting. They're called Woo something. Anything else stupid on Reddit? There is more Valkyr bullshit, honestly. Valkyr propaganda, as I like to call it. Somebody decided to point, I don't want to bully them, but somebody posted not a video, what to call it, a picture on Reddit. Again, typical Redditors, you know. They posted a picture of Valkyr on Reddit, and they're like, lol, Valkyr, my beloved, I love her so much, the rework did so much for her, wow, she's so cool. And I got curious, by the way, that they didn't have too much engagement with that thread, so, you know, whatever. and I think they're like a new player or something. But you know, apparently they were like, oh, I play Warframe very rarely, and now I'm playing Valkyr because of the rework. It's amazing. And the sad part is, somebody very verbose, a very verbose person, posted a meme. You know the Sailor Moon meme? They posted that, and they got a whole bunch of downvotes. Because the person who posted the Sailor Moon meme, they made an entire thing about Valkyr. They you know, basically they said the rework was useless for Valkyr, it really didn't change much. And it got massively downvoted. I just love the disparity in that.
Has been retired.
Because I think one person that doesn't play Valkyr, they played Valkyr for the first time and they're like, well, the rework did so much. And they posted a random picture of Valkyr. It's clear they just wanted to post an AI filtered picture of Valkyr, that's it. I mean, I don't know if it's like an actual picture they made or not. Nowadays I just see AI images everywhere. Nowadays I just see AI images everywhere, honestly. It's very easy to make AI images or apply style to it. Basically, you know, they were like complimenting Valkyr in the rework. They're like, Valkyr is amazing, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then somebody posts the comment with the Sailor Moon meme, and they're like, Valkyr is bad. And they had it. By the way, talk about, you know, ruining the meme, because it was a long verbose one. It's like 12 pictures of Sailor Moon, and they didn't do the meme correctly. But all their comments was right. I just don't understand Valkyr, like Valkyr lovers, honestly. Oh, right, there's a window over here. What I don't like about Valkyr? That Sailor Moon comment, I guess I'm gonna put it in the video. But I agree a lot with it. Because the person, you know, they said some things, like the people who like Valkyr's remake, I don't know what they like about it. They never... Here's the thing about Valkyr remake I don't understand. I like how I keep on calling it remake. The remake on Valkyr, this is what I don't understand. People like the remake, they don't actually say what they like about it. Because as soon as they mention what they like about it, you know, it's very easy to counter their argument. I like to imagine I sound like a psychopath who just wants to fight. Like, you know, for example, people are like, Valkyr is still immune. And I'm like, yeah. The thing is, yeah, they removed the iframe thing, but they gave her like 5-second iframes that can easily chain into each other. Assuming your team doesn't delete like half of the map. So, you know, there's that. I understand that. But it's the same thing as before. There's no difference except now it has a timer, that's it. And then they're like, well, Valkyr has armor now, it's amazing. She can use armor, what call it, the armor thing, right? The arcane to get 1000 energy. And I'm like, yeah, but the 1000 energy doesn't matter with the what call it, the upkeep on the energy. And the armor she got, it was a not a deficit, but it was a zero-sum game. Like, she didn't gain anything out of it, and she didn't lose anything out of it, you know? Like considering how much, what's called it, energy she can generate. I mean, before this, I don't know how much she generated, by the way. But I'm gonna assume she could get... Because people, like, even in the day, would say she has over 1000 energy. I guess nowadays it's easier to get it, that's fine. How? How is this guy not dead? There were 2 of my teammates shooting at you. Are you kidding me? Was your bubble just small enough so I couldn't see it behind an object? Don't worry, Redditors are gonna be, this is fine. They're gonna be like Loloma Raffle. Warframe players, when they don't pay attention for 0.01 second, Loloma Raffle. Hilarious, comedy gold, man. We're so stupid. And I'm like, yeah, pay attention to that next time. The nullifier hiding behind everything else. Yeah, okay, Valkyr is fine, but like, what changed after the remake? I don't see the change. She already had the energy, right? People always said Valkyr has a lot of energy, even back then, so I don't know what they're, like, I don't know what people are saying nowadays she has more energy, I don't understand. Maybe it's easier to get? Maybe. You know, if that's the case, okay, fine, I understand. But that's a maybe. I don't know the ancient Valkyr. But based upon all the information that Redditors, unless every single Redditor that played Valkyr literally did not play Valkyr, I feel like they didn't dumb down Valkyr. I feel like... sorry, not that they dumbed down Valkyr. I don't feel like they did change it to Valkyr so much as make it easier for people to understand how to play her, I think. Because didn't Valkyr have over 1000 energy? I don't understand. Every single Redditor was like, Valkyr has a lot of energy with Arcane Battery, no? So what happened? I mean, it's pretty impressive for the entire community to lie. Then again, Valkyrie had only like less than 50. In fact, more people played Ember than Valkyrie, even before the heirloom skin. And honestly, nowadays I see less, less Valkyrie players than even Ember players when the heirloom skin came out. I just want to put that in perspective, okay? The ripline? Yeah, the ripline changed. But I do not feel about the ripline. I feel there was a way to change the ripline mode. Because a lot of times I just want to, you know, bunch up a whole bunch of enemies and like bring them towards me. I want to control me or the enemy coming towards me. I don't want to go towards the enemy. I mean, if there's a nullifier, I want to pull out all the enemies from the nullifier towards me, instead of heading towards the nullifier. That's what I mean. That wasn't like a big, oh, we solved a big problem with Valkyrie. That wasn't, I honestly don't feel like they solved anything over there with Valkyrie. Also, D was very sneaky. They made two skills rely on each other for the armor system. Her number 2 and 3, number 2 and 4. D is very sneaky, D is very sneaky. If you notice something, the ultimate skills are actually kind of nerfed because they rely on each other. This was D's idea of making sure that people don't simply stick roar anywhere, but I still did, because number 1 is like so bad with the line of sight. I think they improved it though, but honestly I don't feel like it's still worth it.
The void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
Ooh, that was very close. What's gonna happen next time on Warframe Z? Because her number 1 is line of sight. I think they improved it. They also nerfed the ranges on half of her skills. Listen, I understand all that, okay, I understand why they did that, but it's also very sneaky how number 2 relies on 4 and 4 relies on number 2 for the armor. So people just increase the armor on Valkyrie, they're getting more armor, but it's not helping them. And then you're gonna getting one shot anyways, so there's not much of a point in even going with armor. Also, then there's this weird attitude that some people have. They're like, Valkyrie is fine, all you need is one Archon shard. Because here's the thing, Valkyrie has so much strength, okay, and people still gouge out her strength. That's why you'll see some people doing more damage than me, that's fine. But you need the range, and the range has been gutted, okay? So, like, ironically enough, funnily enough, Valkyrie for me is actually nerfed, if you look at the numbers objectively, because they buffed her, but they took away one of the most important stats that is very hard to scale, her range. Did nobody notice that? Okay, listen, maybe I'm weird, okay, but the way I play Warframe, the way I run the math is very simple. Which gives the most benefit value to something? That's what I always do. Should I get that 15 more strength, or should I get the cast speed? The cast speed is gonna be a lot better. Should I get more range, or should I get that? Of course, range you can barely get it anywhere, so like with duration as well, that's a problem when it comes to the quality of that one prime mod. You know what I mean? So it's better to go with range, or that you can get the strength from somewhere else. There are little things like that you have to pay attention to. Like which one has the least amount of diminishing returns in terms of value and how easy it is to access. And then you do a test run, a dry run, out in the field, and you're like, okay, equilibrium, yeah, everybody's like equilibrium, but nobody mentions with equilibrium that they don't take blind rage. Also, by the way, a few content creators I noticed, they changed their build while playing the game versus the one they shown Valkyrie, because I noticed a few content creators, they'll somehow have Valkyrie with blind rage, okay, blind rage, they put the equilibrium on, and that's it. Now here's the thing, you notice how fast my energy is going down, right? It's going down pretty fast. Some of these guys have blind rage on and equilibrium, and they're able to maintain the energy, but here's the thing that really gets me, the equilibrium. The energy, my energy is going down a lot faster than theirs. And I peeled out my eyes, I was like, how the fuck is somebody with blind rage losing energy 50% slower than me? How is that even possible? And it's not possible. I literally looked everywhere. I don't know how some content creators, I have no idea how they're doing this, but they have blind rage on Valkyrie and they're losing energy 50% slower than me. And I have no idea how. And they just have equilibrium to manage their energy. I think they're actually changing their build. I know it sounds like conspiracy levels, and you're gonna be like, it's just a video, man. What are you studying all this thing for? Explain to me. Okay, I don't understand. If I have, am I stupid or something? This is blind rage. This is me with blind rage. and 3 shards to manage my energy. These guys will literally just have equilibrium, and they'll manage their energy. But also they're losing like they're losing energy like 50% slower than me. Look how fast I'm losing my energy. That is why I said, you know, Valkyrie has all this armor and all this energy, but it's a zero-sum game. I'm still losing it at the same value technically. I just have more of a buffer. Dude, I have no idea how you manage energies, the Valkyrie's energy system like this. I have literally no idea. You see, I feel like there should be interesting mods like Life Leech and Energy Leech. Valkyrie should honestly have gotten like both Life and Energy Leech on her claws, I think. Or even a mod that provides that on Status Trigger, like Spring Loaded. I don't know. But the amount of times I see a Valkyrie build with Blind Rage that is losing energy very, very slowly is honestly way too high. I don't like that. And they don't even have the shards to make the timer, like the duration shard. They don't even have that. So I've honestly no idea. I've honestly no idea. And then some guys don't have any duration, but they have a very long duration on what is it called? Grendel's thing? Nourish. They have a very long timer on Nourish, almost as long as Roar, and I'm like, how are you getting this? Like the timers in the game, maybe I'm stupid, but the timers in the game, when they're playing and you notice them, with the YouTube compression even, they're a lot longer than the one they show in the build. I don't know how that's happening. It also gets to me in a huge way. I'm like, dude, how are you doing this? If you put on Blind Rage with Valkyrie, that's how fast you lose the energy. And that is with, Prime Continuity, mind you. So honestly, I don't know what to say. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm missing a mod, but like they don't have any other duration mods. They even put on Arcane Battery, and then some of them use Primed Fury. Sorry, not Primed Fury, Fury Strike, right? The Arcane Fury, Arcane Strike, I forget. They use that one, which technically is more damage, but actually the overall Mold Augmented is more damage because of her number 2 and 4. Sorry, her number 2 specifically. Also, a lot of people hate her number 3, but again, sneakily enough, if you don't want to get stunned, you want to keep in her melee mode, which I do a lot, you use her number 3 because that's essentially the equivalent of a free viral. That's the multiplier only viral. That's how D sneakily did it, you know, so you don't like change anything like subsume her skills. Most of the time I don't even use Roar, so yeah, Valkyrie is fine. And Nourish would definitely be more damage. Oh my god. But if I go Nourish, I'm gonna go with Duration as well. And then I overmanage my energy levels too much. Because one of the things I hate about Nourish is how short it is. This is something else I don't understand about people. They're sometimes like, this skill is fine. And I'm like, dude, this skill can be weaker. I'd rather take a weaker skill that lasts longer. What the... I'm sorry, did no my heavy attacks hit? If a single Redditor ever in their life says the nullifiers are fine for melee characters, I swear their balls are in danger. Any other stupid thing I saw on Reddit? No, those are the two only things about Valkyrie and bug reports. Those are the only two stupid things I think today. Well, not today, at least this week on Warframe Reddit. I love how those guys became my victims. Did you spawn inside me? Do I look like your mom? Maybe we can get to 1,000 finally. Every time I play Ember with fucking Brahma, I go into Void Cascade level cap by mistake in pubs. I play anything else because I want to test out the weapon or the Warframe, and everybody's like, 5 minutes, man. And then I'm out. And I'm like, why 5 minutes and you're out? I don't understand. 5 minutes and I'm out. Dude, there are plenty of missions to do for 5 minutes and then you go out. Why you bring me with you? I feel like that one kid on a school bus whose friends drag him to the back and they're like, wow, it's gonna be so cool. We're gonna go to the back seat. And then they spend the entire bus ride just playing Pokemon. And I'm like, dude, what was the point then? They just sit there in silence and play Pokemon. I never understood something about children, which are very stupid people, by the way. God, children, I hate them so much. At least I'll save some money by not buying a ukulele. Oh my god, my balls itch every time this happens. Why did kids back in the day just go on the bus for any kind of school trip I like to imagine someone who's gonna be like, oh, weren't you Mr. Rich going to a school that had school trips? And I'm like, listen, back then, okay, schools had money, okay? Teachers had passion for their jobs, even they didn't get paid because they used to marry rich guys or girls. So they could afford to become teachers. That's the funny part. A lot of teachers were always married to somebody hotter than them and richer. There's an entire sociopolitical commentary here. If people pay attention, a lot of teachers were actually always married to like a richer or hotter person. Oh my god, can you let this be? Thank you.
Struggle has its benefits.
Oh, Quinn, you have no idea how many times I struggle in life. But kids would go to the back of the bus. Every kid wanted to go back to the bus because, you know, the seats were... Yeah, you know, the large seats like a sofa in the back. Although, mind you, the back seats were always more uncomfortable. They were like usually worse. For wear and tear. All the boys would run to the back and they'd be like, whoa! Come on, guys! It's a war! They'll push the other guys away. The more organized schools, of course, you know, they had the problem where, like, first come first... Ooh, first come first serve, baby. I'm gonna be coming and serving you right now in a moment. Hold on.
Just lost an Exilizer to possession.
Quinn, I'm here. Take it easy, old man. I'm down in life, man. What is that green?
Is approaching critical levels. Their time is running.
Is that a ghost? What is that? Casper, is that you? Okay, stay away from the nullifier. Oh my god. Seriously? Seriously?
Just lost an Exilizer to possession.
Seriously? Are you serious? Yo, feel your defrost! Just press X on the thing, man! Why did the other guy quit? There's no void cascade, is there? Ooh, daddy. I thought you're gonna be hero heroic. I thought funny, I met a hero. GG's. What GG, man? What GG? This is baby talk. 46 minutes. We didn't even see a single thousandth around here. How can I determine if heat or There's an invisible kid in there. How can I determine if corrosion toxin at 66% is better versus heat? How can I determine that, man? How can I determine that? Everybody just Dude, I don't understand. I play Ember. Everybody wants to void cap. All because of the extra heat I give people and they feel strong. Because they're like, whoa, I'm one-shotting things. How is that possible, man? Whoa. Okay, what's the alert? Okay, infested Dimos. Let's go and die, I guess. But where was I? Oh yeah, buses and children. All the guys would want to be on the bus and go in the back. And then in the back, they'll just play Pokemon. I never understood that, even as a kid. Okay, if you think I'm gonna do this, man, I have some bad news for you. Honestly, I don't know what the point of the skirt update is, considering how much cheek I see right now. What is the... What's with the level of MOAs around here? Oh yeah, one of the best musics in the game. By the way, just to be clear, there's right now a family out here desperately trying to make fish. Okay, they're making fish. They're desperately trying to make fish for a stupid statue. They're trying to make fish, okay? There's a family right now desperately fighting for their life. Making fish, okay? They're making fish. They're making fish. There's a mother, a father, and 2 children desperately making fish. There's us, the Warframers. And we're using this. We're using a fucking stick from the gladiators. Is this man? Hold on, man needs to die. There, man is dead.
Defeat the Oni to prove ours is stronger.
Woman, we're literally wearing inflatables for children. What do you mean? Banshee, this is your fault. Why do you look like an infested?
Destiny defies us. We must invoke Kome's power. Bring more offerings to the shrine.
Yo, Kome is kind of a bitch if she's expecting the entire family right now just surviving in this tiny hut. to be making food for her. Isn't she kind of greedy if you think about it? There's right now a poor little kid that cut their hands. They're like, hey, fish! Mama! I swear, this mission is psychotic, man. Sorry, also distracted by the idea that there's children right now.
And so, this dreadful vision is just an old woman's dream.
Oh, really?
Let the waters be peaceful.
Someone's gonna be like, no, my wife. Oh, wait, Cascade? No! Just a survivor.
I see you.
I don't. I wish I was blind, old man. An ember. I don't know why there's so many embers. You really did go all out on the skirt, D. I think I forgot the part where it's supposed to cover a little bit. What's the point of even the skirt now? Just remove it. Also, I love how tiny Ember's, sorry, not Ember, Valkyrie's waist is with the skin. It's so tiny. It's so bad tiny. Honestly, the skin, I don't know what to feel about the skin up till now with Ember. Sorry, Valkyrie. It feels more of a Korra skin. I feel like she could have gotten more muscular skin. The Ember doesn't have the skin, no way. What are you, normie? How dare you? No norm is allowed in my game, man. Get out of here. I bet you have a loving family. A wife, a child. Does your child call you dad? And she draws little pictures with you being our hero? How dare you? Get the fuck out of here, man. Normal people playing by Warframes. Back in my day, Gooners only played games. Normies were too busy doing families.
Unbelievable.
There's no safe space anymore for us Gooners. We are oppressed, man. The Gooners are really oppressed. People like women are oppressed. Lol, my ruffle, not on my watch. We Gooners are the oppressed class. Nobody likes us. This is an excellent mission to level up today. I level 90% of the time. I level up in the sorties. I will literally wait for a sortie mission that has all these enemies and I'll just level up all my weapons instantly in one run.
They are broadcasting another message. Make sure the enemy never receives it.
Grandma's cream pies. Sorry, Grandma's pie. Meat pies, not cream. Not that Greniers have grandmas in the first place. They only have that little skank. Oh, this is boring. Why do I have so many credits? Oh yeah, because the Eximus units. Yeah, honestly, the Eximus units in Warframe are like one of the very few things that like super rewards you.
Bedlack? Did your mother jump around whilst pregnant? Those are pets, they're carnivorous as...
Far as I know. Hello there, how my hawks are.
Angry man shouts at neighbors for no reason. I don't know.
Like there is a knife in it.
Who is that sleeping next to you?
Signature of a person you wish to be rid of. Enemy? You greet them in the evening and expel them by morning. Guarantee results.
Is that a kid? Okay, so this guy shouts at the guy with pets, but he doesn't shout at his assistant for sleeping on the job. What weird standards we have around here. Is this map just cracked? What do you mean, is this map cracked? What does cracked even mean with kids nowadays? Do you mean like, is it rizzing? You know, with all the technology Warframes have, how come some fog is our greatest... Dude, what is this fog, man? How is it our greatest enemy? Okay, Harrow, stop tryharding, please. Steve didn't feel like updating the fog. He was like, this is good enough and moved on. Like most things, huh? Like most things, huh? He was gonna make a Silent Hill 2 more game mode, but he decided against it. Magical Missile Man has been playing for only 2 weeks and is MR11? That's impressive. Hopefully it's not like that one Redditor that was like, hey, I got to MR30 in less than a month. That means like 1 MR per day, and everybody was like, wow, you're so cool, man, why you grind it so hard? And then it turned out he just used a bunch of credit cards. He was dual-wielding his mom's credit cards. That was his secret. He had his entire clan also XP farming with him hardcore. He wrote an entire guide how he had sleepless night playing a game grinding MR30. And all the Redditors were like, and I'm like, guys, can you math for a second? It's pretty clear there's something wrong here. He was cheesing the system. Guys, you know I didn't sleep for a week? I'm like, yeah, sure. It's not like the human body literally gives up after the 3rd day. Like, I don't know what they had to lie. What I really love about them lying, like, I don't know what they had to lie about it. Ah, shit, I didn't have it in the right menu order. I love it when Redditors have to lie, and I'm like, why are you lying? I don't understand. Who touched you at night that you have to lie about playing a game? Like, what's the big deal here? Also about the Silent Hill 2 game, didn't they prototype it with, what's his name? Harrow's Quest? Wasn't that the origin point? And they also had the Halloween version of it, with the pumpkin boys. Well, not the pumpkin boys, they infested had pumpkins everywhere. It was darker, and then they realized, oh wait, everybody's parkouring all over the place and one-shotting things. Harrow had a quest? Okay, am I taking crazy pills or what? Okay, you're messing, okay. For a moment I was gonna be like, what? Is this like Bernstein thing? Like did I forget that I confused the whole quest with something else? Oh, I can't melee. Oh, we're on secondary, right, only secondary.
Come, little Tenno. Show me what you remember of the old war.
I don't know what I remember of the old war. Was the old war the one where my mom carried me, or was it the one where... I don't remember which one it is, because they keep on using war in every single quest. War this, war that. He has no self-respect for old people out there. All us uncles have to remember all the wars. The old war, the new war. Kitchen wars, bathroom wars, renovation wars, financial wars, investment wars, and register loser wars. Oi, the vacuum wars. The vacuum wars. The middle war. The current era we're in is called the Void War, so there's 3 goddamn wars we're in at the same time. It's just war out there. In the future, there's only war. It was like, we need to copy Warhammer as well. No, where was the planet? Why is it like all over the planet? Why can't I simply craft it in one place? 69 is still active, good for them. I hope the parents of that person are very proud of their child. 69ing all over the place. 69ing Fortuna, 69 in the relay, 69 in Cetus. Just their child going out there, 69ing all over the place. Just doing Ember ERP. Gotta make plat somehow. Do they even make plat? Like that? Yep, okay, but like, what are they getting? I mean, I know what they're getting out of it. They're getting something big out of it. But like... like, why would anybody pay for that? Just a 40-year-old uncle who is like... Yeah, you dance for me, girl. Yeah, yeah. On the other line, yeah, man. Another 50-year-old uncle. Yeah. You little skank, you. I'm your little skanky. Yeah. Why is the first thing I see boobs? What are you reference to? Some Billy cosmology? Hold on, let me climb the Billy. Okay, this is actually cool. Oh, I get it. It's the Oro Worm, but with boobies. What's that? No, what's that? What's that in your hand? Okay, sea snake. Sea snake. See, she's coming out of the portal. What's that? Midnight! You missed the portal, Midnight, you stupid animal! Why do the pets just jump into the void? They just want to end it. People are into that. People are into 40-year-old uncles pretending to be hot women talking to each other. Hey girl, is it getting hot in here? Or is it just me? No, it's both of us. You like the skirt physics? Okay. With more character in skirts? Oh no. You got infected as well by that one Redditor that keeps on putting every single Warframe in a wedding dress? Oh no. Oh no, A2 wedding dress! The hag is missing out. Yeah, I can tell. There's a guy who did it. Oh, okay, no, wait, okay, so it was a different joke, never mind. Sorry, I thought you too are on the bandwagon, because, like, recently there's been a guy who just made a joke about how Volt is sexy, and Mag and Excalibur are running after Volt with a wedding dress, trying to marry Volt, and Volt, you know, is running away from them. And every single Redditor is like, "Oh, Warframes in wedding dresses! Wow, so cool!" And they started drawing a whole bunch of Warframes in wedding dresses. I'm like, lol, it's funny. And then there's like 5 or 6 posts now, and I'm like, okay, this stop being funny. Here we go again. Just like the Green Banshee joke 25 years ago. Everybody is like, Green Banshee, Green Banshee. I slept, I woke up, I had a dream. And I'm like, that's not how it works. If you sleep, that's when you have the dream. You don't wake up and have a dream. Unless you're Martin Luther King. But I had a dream. Green Banshee. Here, everybody, Green Banshee. Green Banshee, Green Banshee. And now people are like, well, wedding dresses, Warframe wedding dresses. I'm like, what the fuck? The wedding dresses aren't even like you know, like skanky or slutty or anything like that. It's just a wedding dress, and people are like, wow, here's Mag in a wedding dress. Just Mag, not even Aoi or anything like that, just Mag. Excalibur in a wedding dress. I'm like, it's just Excalibur with a white dress, man. I don't see the difference here. Oh, guys, you don't understand. We're onto something. Let them cook. I'm like, stop saying let them cook. Not everything is cooking. Sometimes a sandwich is just a sandwich, okay? It's like a few years ago, there was this massive... There was the exodus of Reddit. I mean, not for political reasons, ironically enough. It was for cheese toast. There was an entire drama a few years ago on Reddit about cheese toast. I'll never not forget that. It was one of the stupidest things ever. People were having a mental breakdown about cheese toast. It was the funniest thing ever, because there was a large debate on how you make it, on how to make it correctly. And there was a third party. I was part of the third party, not that I engaged with Reddit, mind you. I'll never engage with that trash. I was part of the third party that made fun of people because they're having a mental breakdown about cheese toast. You know, just bread and cheese, like to make the perfect cheese toast, like melted cheese sandwich, whatever you want to call it. I was part of the group of people that was like, this is so stupid. It's just bread and cheese. It's not hot cuisine. No, there's an entire process here. I'm like, yeah, put oil, butter on the thing. Yeah, there's an entire process. But you're not creating culture. People were so offended that, you know, making cheese toast apparently is not how you find a girlfriend or a husband. I'm like, yeah, no, what gives it away? Our high standards nowadays. Yo, manlet, you honestly think you're gonna find a goth dummy mommy? Oh no, these twats. Huh? Kid is dead? Okay, there, you died too. Do you honestly think there are dummy mommies out there just waiting for a manlet to mix the perfect toast sandwich? Cheese sandwich? Melted cheese? Do you honestly think that? Stay-at-home husband that just makes cheese, melted cheese. People want more out of relationships. And then there was that movie, what was it called? The movie where the chef tries to kill everybody. Was it The Menu? I forget, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, it's pretty, like, yeah, it's ancient right now by internet standards. The one where, like, basically it involved a cheeseburger or whatever, you know, simplicity of life. The entire philosophy bullshit back then. But I remember also, like, Redditors went mad for that movie. They're like, oh, so humble, so simple, it was all about a cheeseburger at the end. Whoa, culture. Thankfully, it's not really a spoiler point, because I think some of the trailers or, like, main reviews even spoil that point massively. Somehow I'm doing this with spoilers, strangely enough. But what I think really killed me about it was just, you know, people lost their shit. They're like, oh, cheese! Bread and cheese and some meat, whoa, 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 culture. It's all about making the perfect simple food. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but you know, simple food implies you're actually doing a real job. You know, it's like, what do you call him? A chef. Yes, chef. Goodbye, chef. You're dead, chef. It's like if a chef makes a fancy dinner and then they just have omelette. Well, not omelette, just, you know, like fried egg, that's it. The humble man eats humble food after a hard job in life. But wait, is this gonna do more damage against you? Why so far away? Wow, even that took a while, huh? At 8 times damage. Do I hate cheese toast? I don't hate melted cheese. I think I like cheese a lot more than most people. I think I have a cheese addiction actually compared to most people. That could explain my weight. But that's not the thing. The thing that was like, you know, people are having a mental breakdown a few years ago about Reddit. Not about Reddit, but like the cheese debates of Reddit. There was a war happening about it. And for me, I was like, man, these losers, honestly, and their cheese debates. So cheesy. I really like cheese, but oh my god, I don't like it enough to actually go on the internet and have a fight about it. Instead, I have fights about anime. You don't understand, bro. All anime is good. It has a good spirit in it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. What is this trash you're watching? No, you don't understand. This anime is trying to copy that other famous anime known as Overlord. Yeah, and? What do you mean, and? It's a good anime. No, it isn't. How is it a good anime if you have a skeleton man in it, but the skeleton man is just a isekai? How does that make any sense? Bro, you don't understand, it's good. Why is it good? It's good, trust me, it's good. It has beautiful women inside it. Oh, really? In the first episode, you have an underage girl peeing her pants. Please shut up and get the fuck out of here. How do you even get inside my house, man? Get the fuck out of here. No, bro, give it a chance. Your mom gave you a chance and you couldn't get out of the basement. That cat was about to hack the system. Didn't I mention anime at the start? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about to complete my sentence about anime. I was wondering up to now I missed an argument to be had. Fighting with my own shadow. Daleshi died. Okay, see, this is how you type Daesh in Warframe without getting banned by Kickbot. Can somebody say poor Daleshi? I'm sorry, do you revive the dog before you I'm sorry, who revived who? Oh, 2 people went down. Hold on, Daisy, I'll save you. Luigi Prime. Luigi Prime, you're not very Luigi, are you? The Luigi I know will be destroying CEOs left and right. Also, I don't think I'm ever gonna finish my comment about the anime because I just was about to make a joke about how Luigi got suppressed so hard that they went out with the news cycle. How are we losing to our opponents, man? Not that Luigi. What do you mean not that Luigi? All Luigis are the same. They share a common denominator, getting bullied thanks to Nintendo. There's a reason the only country that has any respect for Luigi is Italy. Well, what can I do, mother, huh? There's only one of me. Okay, yeah, bully that cat midnight. Why is that cat... Why can't the cat stop me from hacking? Please stop losing the towers! Guys, stop losing the... If we lose this mission, I swear. Yo, Daesh, let's go. Why are you going to A, Citrine? There is nothing at A. Luigi, you're not the hero, man. Okay, do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? Luigi! Luigi, please. Luigi!
The enemies have taken a tower. You must be captured.
Luigi! Why is this tower not getting conquered? I don't understand.
We have lost control of a tower.
Yeah, we have. Okay, this is a zero-sum game. It was failed, it was prone to fail, like it or not. Okay, my bad, see? Okay, yeah, let's go solo, I guess. Soul level. Jan plays games. Okay, Jan, don't you dare show your YouTube channel around here, okay? I swear. Am I still watching Isekais? Okay, honestly, fuck Isekais. Isekais are like low-key, they appear out of nowhere. But wait, I don't know if Japan just doesn't have a standard? in categorizing anime? I mean, you think with all the anime they categorize all over the place, they'll do a better job, but my god, they low-key, you know, they just sneak in. My favorite ones are like, the woman is doctor, dies, becomes the best thing in the other world, and there's like 12 hot princesses that are like, oh yeah, big, tall, muscular, like they're twunks, you know, twinks and hunks at the same time, 2 in 1. Oh, you're a friend, I guess? Those big burly twunks? Those lean killing machines?
How do you even use this?
What is that, Spider-Woman? And they just sneak in! You're like, you know, here's a fantasy. And I'm like, okay, fantasy anime, I guess, whatever. What type is it gonna be? The girl makes discovery, becomes best doctor ever. Okay, cool. First episode, plane crash! She gets a isekai, and I'm like, whoa! Well, let me check the tags. There's no isekai in it. I'm like, okay, it's just every single fantasy anime just isekai secretly. That's the funny part. Isekais that don't get tagged as isekais, but, and here's what really gets me, but they actually use the isekai like set up correctly. You know, like, oh, medieval society, women didn't have rights any rights back then. She couldn't become a doctor. She's the first doctor ever! Whoa, so cool! Oh, look at all these twunks lining up just for her! Look at all those boys that want to fertilize her ovaries for being like the first doctor ever that actually understood about bacteria and stuff. And by the way, at one point Japan just kept on pumping out isekais that were about doctors. These, I think, like 12 isekais about being a doctor. I guess, you know, Japan really invests in brainwashing their children so they become doctors. There's a sociopolitical joke in there about like the brain nation, you know, like when there are too many old people instead of young ones. There's a sociopolitical joke in there, but whatever. But the thing is, and this is what I love about it, it's an isekai. They don't say it's an isekai. It just pops out of nowhere. The first episode, you don't expect it. Boom, plane crash. People die. Doctor goes and gets isekai. First woman in medicine that can do everything. And the funny part is, you know, like she transfers her skills and she remembers her life and all that kind of stuff. I just love it. That's the best part. And listen, at least she doesn't know how to make mayonnaise. Okay? But I noticed something. Every time there's an isekai with a woman, she doesn't know how to make food specifically. In fact, she doesn't even know what mayonnaise is. But if it's a guy, okay, why do guys in Japan know how to make mayonnaise? I don't understand. Is there a reason? I can't find a reason. I had to Google it and I still don't understand. I like literally Google AI just gave me a whole bunch of bullshit, by the way. I literally Googled, why do so many Japanese men know how to make mayonnaise? And Google was like, men in Japan know how to make mayonnaise because culturally it's like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, Google, you literally lied and made this like really racist, strangely enough. I can't even repeat what Google said. By the way, Google involved a lot of rice in the story, okay? Google doesn't know what it's doing. What's my opinion on sushi? Sushi in real life or sushi when they get isekai? Apparently in medieval culture, they couldn't figure out on putting some fish on some rice, okay? It took a Japanese salaryman getting isekai to change the entire culture in a different world. I'm dead. Kill the cat! Sushi in real life? Well, honestly, it's a bother to make. It's fine to eat. It's a bother to make. I hate making sushi. It's like, you know, when you try to make chocolate and you realize how many items you need to buy to make chocolate. And then you're like, you know what? Maybe buying expensive chocolate is actually cheap, all things considered. I'm jealous I haven't been isekai. Of course! I want to go to a primitive world where I can make mayonnaise. Listen! Japan forced me to learn how to make mayonnaise, okay? The amount of isekais out there that are like, here's a guy that knows how to make mayonnaise, and I'm like, why do all the Japanese men know how to make mayonnaise? And why did you teach me? I know how to make mayonnaise now. Fuck them, man. I need to put this skill to use. Like, I had to have a purpose out of it. Of course I'm jealous. I can't wait till I get isekai so I make some mayonnaise and impress a princess and a king. They give me an entire night dome, entire empire to rule in return. It's not like there's an entire problem with like logistics related to eggs, are there? Also, it's not like culture back then, you know, they had rice. Somehow this entire world doesn't have rice. Rice is the biggest deal ever. Medieval era, medieval period, medieval countries, they didn't have rice, okay, or wheat. They didn't have any of that. I don't know how people survived in this world, especially the poor people. What were they eating? Bread? Where does bread come from? Well, clearly not wheat and rice. No, we don't have that. They just snapped their fingers and bread came out of nowhere. It took a 40-year-old guy getting isekai and becoming a kid to discover how to make rice. Or mayonnaise, okay? It's so stupid. How can an entire culture not have access to rice? I don't understand. Back in my days, sushi was rare. Do you mean like in real life, or how old are you? Yo, uncle, how old are you? Why was sushi rare? Back in my day, bread was a luxury. Nowadays, these kids can eat bread anytime, anywhere. Yeah, I know. Can you believe that? Kids nowadays just eating bread left and right. Can you believe bread comes in packages? We had to grind for that bread. I like how to emphasize grind. Insert traumatic experience. Traumatic experience that they brag about and pretend it wasn't actually trauma. Yeah, like most boomers. Why is everybody dying, man? Are we rich? You're not very rich in life, are you? I don't know what I expected, honestly, from life, but here we're expecting things out of life. Did I break the elevator at least? Okay, no, I didn't. Yo, Richie Rich. I'm not your concierge! Press the elevator, son of a bitch! But wait, how come there's an isekai where, like, you know... a guy gets isekai and has to fight off racism? You know what? Too much taboo subject? Rich, you're a sight, you can go invisible. Oh right, it's anime. I forgot. Anime doesn't even fight off slavery. Hold on, actually let me Google this. Doctor Isekai anime. There's also too many. I don't know why they came out like so often. Like there's so many of them. I also think it's a psyops by Japan to get their kids to become doctors. I honestly think so. But the funny part is the ones that aren't like the ones, because out of isekai, honestly, I don't feel like they're isekai. They're just fantasy, and the premise is guy dies and goes to another world, and then, you know, the rest of the time is they're in the world. They don't use their powers correctly. They don't show their experience from the real world. Well, not real world, from like the boring world, quote unquote. They don't have any of that. And, you know, at a certain point you're just like, okay, it's just a powered guy and that's it. That lives in this world. My favorite one is when they, like, forget their memories. And I'm like, what is the point then? It's not in isekai. Guy gets isekai'd with Versace. Oh, sorry, Count, not Versace. Guy gets isekai'd. And that's it? They lose their memory? They don't even have any references to their previous memories or like ideas or where they're getting the knowledge from. What is this giant computer here? The upscale console control. Okay, that's actually funny, man. That's so funny, D. You guys are so funny. How can you be this fucking funny? I swear I'm gonna punch my testicles tonight. I don't know how funny you guys are. Rebecca told you every Warframe is gonna have 40 levels. Okay, you make it sound bad, and it is bad if people don't retroactively get the levels, considering how much forma they put in the Warframes. But in my opinion, it'd be good because, oh my god, the amount of times I feel like the formas are still not enough on the Warframe, plus the starting energy, because, like, you know, the more capacity you have left over, the more energy you get. I feel like it'd actually be a welcome change. But you know, they're gonna be like, hey, here's like 200 forma, everybody, good luck. Form all your Warframes again, good luck! You see, every change D does is like the monkey's paw, it curls. D thinks they're doing a good thing, but you know, D actually fucks up everything. She told you directly in a dream, in the second dream. Shouldn't technically be the first dream? Immediately 4 levels for 1 pack of green ears. Wukong. Okay, wait, is everybody doing this on purpose? For legal reasons, you won't say anything. Is Vor gonna sue you? Or what? I don't understand. I feel like the Greniers don't have a justice system. He's listening. Okay, Vor is listening, yeah, but like I don't feel like the justice system also is gonna give them justice. Listen, I know technically in the lore, okay, I understand this. I know the corporates are supposed to be trading with everybody, you know, they're all about money. But I don't know what to be trading with the Grenier, honestly. Up till today, I have no idea. I feel like the corporate's legal system, you know, they wouldn't work for the Greniers as well. If you manage to bang the Worm Queen, any crimes you do are scot-free. Well, when did Scott get involved? Scott is everywhere. Just like his days of fighting Vacuum. And the balance changes. Also, the guy who spearheaded the entire idea of going easy on primed mods. That's the reason we keep on getting shitty primed mods. Yeah, I feel like he does need a legal system. He's reporting to Dominus Trax himself, even. Why are you reporting me to a kid? What's the kid gonna do to me? You and Trax are buddies. You go a long way. Okay, when did Duveri come out? like you know, you can't simply be like, oh, we're friends. We go a long way back, like what, 5 years, 2 years, 3, maybe if we're lucky. What do you mean we go way back? You make it sound like two old guys during World War II in a retirement house. We go way back, man. We've seen things. Well, like surrounded by their grandchildren. Also, he's going to do execution to me by Meteor. Okay, he's not a Final Fantasy character. He can't cast Meteor. Or he's not Ember. By the way, does Ember have the skin? Let's see, are they gooning? Why do so many Ember players put on the tail and cover up the ass? I don't understand. There should be a crime.
Not you. So what do you want?
Alright, we need sheltered depth bonds. Oh my god, I forgot about this stupid system. Oh, D. Oof, D. Ow. Ow! Ow, I hit my head. Thought I hit something else. Okay, it's not that big. It's not big enough where if I hit it, you know, it has like a meaty big sound effect. It's not that big. It's not like your animes where, you know, you just hit it on the cheek and it... Oh, you thought I was slapping my ass? Oh, okay, never mind. No, okay. That's a lot more awesome than I thought. What are they slapping? I just slapped my forehead! I thought you tried to imply I was slapping something else. What? Do you think if I slap my ass or anything else, the mic is gonna... actually... Oh, the mic does pick it up. It does? Oh, it does. Okay, never mind. Not the point of the stream. I'm sorry, my streams have a point? Not the point of the stream. If my streams have a point, what the political? A 5-hour essay? What are you expecting of my streams? I don't understand. Me ass slapping is not the point. Oh, I see how we're gonna be, huh? Just because I don't have a hot body, huh, in the bathtub, I see how we're gonna be. Just because I don't bite my cat on stream and then hot tub it. Oh, I see how we're gonna be, huh? I see how we're gonna be. Ass slapping is not one of the features of my stream. It's not one of the features. It's DLC. Why would I bite midnight? I wouldn't! I'm just saying, I'm not a buxomous Twitch streamer, you know, that bites the cat and then bathtubs. Sorry. Bites... what did I just say? Which bites the cat and then bathtubs. Yeah, I think I said in the right order. Did I say it in the right order? I don't remember. You know, it must be really weird to be a gooner that also doesn't like animals. It must be like so weird. Imagine going so hard that animal abuse is fine. People are like, lol, lady, lol, I wish you'd bite me, lol. 1 million registered losers? Only? Wait, 1 million when? Is that what she said? Didn't she say like 6? I swear she said more, didn't she? It was 5 million? Yeah, it was definitely higher. Yeah, I think it might be actually 5 million. Yeah, it's definitely higher. I was like 1 million only. I'm pretty sure they'll be proud of that number. Listen, those were the early days, okay, of gas. Of Gazzy games. 1 million was not impressive. People would be embarrassed. I mean, that's again the reason back then a lot of game developers always use registered accounts or accounts, you know. They never said players. Yo, Joe! Yes? You know this new MMO that came out? How many people are playing it? 27 million accounts! That's not what we asked. We didn't ask for accounts, man. We asked for players. It's 27 million accounts, man. Are the accounts active? Well, you know, most MMOs lose like 70% of their communities. Okay, so it's more like, what, maybe 2 or 3 million? No, 27 million accounts. Just remember that number, okay? Joe, can we just get the real number? Listen, dude, we can't get the real number, okay? Otherwise, EA won't send us any more ramen this year. You think us game reviewers are getting paid anything? We're lucky if we get 1 cent on the dollar from an advertisement. We need those 5 cups of ramen EA sends to us at the end of the year. Rabbit in Japan right now. Okay, is Mother just traveling everywhere at this point? Wasn't she in Germany about a week ago? How did she go from Germany to Japan just like that? Does she have a private jet? It's not to pray for Kume for a good reason, for a good season for harvesting her crops. Okay, so also Mother is like a typical Canadian, right? She's nesting houses. She's like buying houses all over the world. She's gonna become a slumlord. She's investing in the market for houses. And she's gonna have Kume harvest her fields. And that's not euphemism. You've seen Reb's Insta, she travels almost a few times every month. Every month! A few times every month! Wow, mom is taking lots of liberties with the money we give her, huh? This is like inverse staying with mom. The kids are paying the mom so she goes on vacation. You think she goes around and is like, look at my children, they gave me money. All the other moms are like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, my kid is just a doctor. Just making enough money to support his family. Yeah, whatever. My children are blessed. They're supporting mommy. Mom, here's $5. It reminds me of that episode from Futurama when all the robots from the Robo-Mom thingy, that old lady that, like, you know, owns all the robots, whatever you know, call them. It's just like, that's what I imagine us just giving money to her, and she like pretends she's grateful. And then she spends traveling everywhere. Somebody's gonna be like, it's needed, you know, like VIPing and stuff. Connections with other industries. I'm like, what connections with other industries? Or maybe the rest of the team want mom out of the office like 90% of the time.
The enemy have captured a tower.
Good for the enemy. What, they're not allowed to capture a tower? Mom? You want to talk going on vacation every time, huh? I wonder if mom ever goes on vacation. I don't mean the director mom, I mean like the game mom. Like, doesn't she need vacations eventually? What a sad life she must have. Just working 24/7 for a bunch of void children in different timelines and dimensions. Lotus does not canonically, she's there. She never takes a break. She works 24/7 taking care of her children, and she does it for the love of the game. What do you mean? What do you mean love of the game? Like a hunting sport or what? Why did you make it sound like we're the victims? You forgot I was old. Okay, listen here. Listen here. Listen here. You're not listening. Then how do you know what I said? Huh? Oh, what is the animation for the spear? Is this not the spear? Where the sexy... Oh my god, right! The sexy animations for the spear don't exist, they're only for the primary spear. D. Don't worry, D will never fix this or update it or anything until a YouTuber Exactly, 10,000 views is like, hey, this is a bug, and then there's like, quick, let's fix it. And then the Redditor is like, it's fine if you don't get support. People report bugs for Warframe, these slips. Not slips, they don't slip on ice. I mean, yeah, in Canada you do, but still. These slips. A YouTuber makes a random video about the random knowledge about the game, they fix immediately. Just like the sniper rifle, the new one, Vadira, whatever it's called, Vadaya? Vagina? Where apparently with blast is the interaction where it let off lightning bolts. And people are like, whoa, it's so cool, D, it's so cool, oh my god, it's so amazing, holy shit, this weapon is so kosher. And then it got removed. The interaction. D fixed it. And of course, as per usual, a bunch of Redditors are like, no, the attacks were fun. Please let it be. Leave it in the game. And I'm like, what, leave it in the game? It barely did any damage. It took you 20 seconds to kill a pack of enemies at level 200. How is that a good weapon? Well, not the weapon, the interaction with blast. She takes away our fun. Yeah, she does. How did you not know? Aha, so you're listening! They have actual beds in their offices. Due to Canadian weather being harsh. Yeah, okay, I really doubt it's taking time to sleep in the offices. I think those days are long gone. I think the days of where game developers slept in the office, I mean, I don't know about Japan. I don't know. But I feel like, you know, nowadays most game developers, they don't have that starry-eyed, innocent look to their faces that are like, Papa, Mama, I work with video games. I sleep in the office with my teammates, we high-five each other. It's work culture. And the parents are like, cool. And? It's cool! Ah! And then they get paid in chicken feet. They got him. Who? They got who? Me? Oh, because I became French. Well, I don't know how else to enunciate words and make them sound different. So that's what I revert to in my primal state. Primal state being French. I mean, French are savages. Corpus. Profitas Gauss. Hilarious comedy gold. Whip. Too bad you can't apply this to the generic whips. $6.49. I love how the prices for the 10th gen are all over the place. A pair of sunglasses, well, space sunglasses, are like $3 Canadian, well, 2.5 Canadian dollars. This is, well, might as well be 2.5 Canadian dollars for a chest piece. The leg pieces are 3.5 Canadian dollars, I have no idea why. The leg pieces specifically. The whip is $6.49, and it doesn't apply on the Korra skin. The full outfit, the full thing is like $7.79. I like how the prices never made any sense. It's like there's a standard they have to follow no matter what, although why is this chest piece? The weapons are $6. The prices honestly for me don't make any sense. Also, why $7.79? Why specifically $79? It feels like because they put a limit on the full skin cost, which is $7.79, they had to like put weird pricing for the other things. I just love that. $7.79 for a skin. For the entire skin. For $1 less, technically you can buy just a weapon skin. Or the what call it, the cape. The helmets are $6.49 as well? Okay, so the entire skin is $7.79. A cape or a helmet or a sword are like $1 less. I feel like there's a price discrepancy here. And then after that was the next expensive part. Oh yeah, the swords, the katanas, they also need their sheath. So technically that is 2 models they need to make. Well, not make, you know, the entire thing. And then there's like the swords that are just one thing. I love how the pricing is all over the place. I feel like the cheapest thing, these ones should be $129. There needs to be a larger gap here, because psychologically, if I buy Tenogen, psychologically, if I see this, I'm like, oh, this is $7.79. I get everything. You know, this is how I see it psychologically. And then I see a pair of glasses and it's like $2.29, and I'm like, that is technically almost half to 1/3 price of a full skin. I'm buying a pair of glasses for like 1 to half price of the entire skin. That doesn't make any sense. They really fucked themselves over with this pricing. A cape is $1 less than entire skin. No idea knows any math. Don't judge, they were struggling with the pricing. You don't say honestly, honestly. With the amount of problems Warframe has, it's a miracle. I don't know how Warframe survived. Honestly. You look at the history of Warframe and you're like, how did this game survive? Whoever talks at Warframe with other companies must be a genius. Imagine this, they got investment by Tencent and what's their name? That not sumo wrestling, the sumo fish chicken company about 7 years ago. I don't know why a sumo fish chicken wrestling company that sells food got invested in Warframe. I don't know how they talked their way into that. I guess you're paying extra. Okay, honestly, the helmet honestly doesn't make any sense with the pricing. It's $1 less than the entire skin. I mean, maybe if it's good, you know, you're gonna go for the helmet, but you might as well, if you're buying a skin, you might as well buy the entire set. There's no point in buying just the helmet for $6.49 compared to the you can pay $6.49 to look like a shark. Okay, you can do that. You can pay $6.49 to look like a goat extra. Oh, I love how Oberon... Okay, how many skins does Oberon have from the 10th gen? 90% of Oberon's screen... Sorry, 50%, they're just helmets. Also, I feel like a lot of these old skins... Is this old? I don't know when. Oh yeah, these are old. These are the Blade of Lotus series back in the day that everybody wanted to buy. Yeah, these are ancient. Well, I don't know this one. But I feel like these old ones, they should also get a massive discount over the years. Yeah, Blade of Lotus. Yeah, these series are ancient. I feel like these ancient skins should also get a discount at this point. Yeah, their texture is also very, very messy. Very pixelated as well. Yeah, if I go to Rhino nowadays... Well, I mean, not that... Yeah, the difference between, like, skins from the old ones to nowadays is huge. I thought these are the old ones. Oh, see, we have Silk Song at home. The bells don't jingle. See, Jolly helmet, see? This might be old. Nowadays would definitely add physics to these. This, I have no idea. I think this is one of the newer series because there's this guy that does... There's a guy that does this pattern all the times. This? Oh yeah, this one that people... I don't know what the point of these are. Like two dimples on her. This is an old skin, I can tell, because of the weird thing, but like, it's so clean. Why is it so clean? Okay, dude, this is a tiny helmet. The helmet looks fine, but it's tiny. Why is the helmet so tiny? It's like just small head syndrome, like a space marine. This one, of course, popular, the Grax series. I love how every single female frame always has that Hershey's Kiss going on with their ass. Oh yeah, the one that people try to make half naked as well. I mean, we know why. With the coloring. What about Excalibur? Is this new? The texture is much cleaner. I mean, there's a few problems here. What is this? $5! $5, okay? $5.50 for a skin that is just a texture. Dude, I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of the person, but like, this reminds me of Skyrim modding back in the day when people would just throw a paramilitary texture on the Dovahkiin armor. Oh, so cool, it's like it's damaged. Whoa! Goosebumps! Too bad it doesn't have a unique helmet. $5. A helmet for... I'm sorry, the helmet is more expensive from the... I mean, fair enough, but also the texture is too expensive, man. Crack series. See, no ass on this. They don't care, they're like, man doesn't have ass. Okay, half ass on man. Oh yeah, this ancient one! I don't know what I'm doing right now, just looking at skins from the 10th gen. It's cool, but why is it missing one part on the helmet? What is broken? Also no ass. Okay, half ass. What about you? Okay, I think they're using the default ass. The default ass. Ass? Deep ass? Chubby ass? Okay, no ass. Okay, so the skin almost sold nothing, I can confirm. Helmet for $6.49, Jesus Christ. Just literally the default set, but with textures. A little bit of ass, we can't not have ass on Nova. Quite a bit of ass actually, at least the outline. Oh yeah, this helmet. Oh yeah, the skin that makes you appear naked, is it this one? I don't remember. Okay, no ass. Oh yeah, the best skin in the entire game. That's almost stood the test of time. I mean, strapped ass. Literally. No ass? No ass. Well, people don't care. Just make an ass tier list. No, there are already YouTubers doing that. No ass, but definitely going for the outline. I mean, people go for the underboob on this one more than anything. Okay. Underwear more than anything. Oh, this is an ancient one. Yeah, I can tell because a modern D would make it like float a lot more and stuff. Okay, a little bit of ass. Why am I doing this? Oh yeah, Wisp. What about you? Okay, so forget about Wisp because, you know, the model already has the ass. You don't need to even try with her. The ass is already there. The ass is... the ass is so big. The ass is so big. It has its own gravitational creation. Okay, even the Grenier can't cover up that ass. We were from this to heirloom skins. Yeah, I know flat asses do that. Full-on display. What about Steinax? I'm sorry, you only have one skin? Okay, Reno trying the ass department. Oh yeah, Limbo! Very fancy skin for the helmet. Oh, see, it's like a crow doctor, even though it doesn't make any sense. Oh, you can't see his ass. Is it just pink, like literally? That's it? $5.49, yeah, it's a cheap one if it doesn't have a helmet. So the helmet adds $1 more on the price tag. I feel like that is insulting, honestly. Infested? Yes, he has an eye popping out of it. What other female Warframes are there? Oh yeah, Mesa? $6.49. And it's one of the better helmets, but still... we know what it is. Ass and thighs? I don't want her crotches glowing over here, but here it is, and she is glowing her ass as well. This must be a new one. Okay, no ass on this one. Honestly, she doesn't have a sexy ass. Yeah, Mesa really doesn't have a sexy ass on the base skin. That's why the entire community lost it. Well, skin, I guess skin. If you want to show off some skin. Can you see Lavos' ass? Why? I like how the male Warframes cover their asses. Okay, Vauban. No, he has the typical French covering up their ass. Okay, Korra has some big boobies. Oh yeah, the skin everybody uses. Okay, strange enough, it doesn't have that much ass. Korra has a big ass, but people aren't focusing on the ass, so never mind. Grendel, okay, I'm pretty sure Grendel has a big one. Oh yeah, Octavia. Oh yeah, Octavia doesn't have an ass. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part in the Bible. Ivara? No, I think Ivara is slightly covered, right? Oh, she has a big dumpy. Straight up, that one is closed. What about you? Why are you covering her ass? Okay, broken physics, see? I'm sorry, did that skin... Oh, because it's transparent! Oh, this person is very smart showing me some ass, but then it's broken. Okay, this person... Yep, just... the cape just exactly showing it. Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, but they don't focus on the ass, they don't give it that ass cleavage, whatever you wanna call it. Ass gap? Ass line? The Great Divide? Oh yeah, Valkyr. Octavia could canonically moan. Honestly, I don't want him to say about that. Why does Valkyr have an eagle on her ass? A tramp stamp? Okay, technically a tongue outfit with a... Well, I mean, technically a breast would show here, so never mind. Just a helmet. Oh yeah, the skin that everybody uses and colors it with a skin color, all thanks to me. Yeah, this one focus on the ass. Oh, the Grax. Okay, Valkyrie is definitely getting focused on the ass a lot. So, congratulations to community. You know, back in the day, people were like, Nyx has a big ass and some... Is it the same person that made that other skin for Ember? I don't know. Nyx has big thighs and a big ass, but you know, it looks very, very passé right now. It looks very tame. I don't want checking asses. Oh, you don't give her an ass in this one, okay. We used to go to Nyx. Me and you? Oh, okay, we're not having a gunning session again. I mean, I like it all now. You know, it's like, what is it? No, not Nyx, where is it? It's like that joke. Grandma's swimwear. This is what grandma used to wear as a swimwear versus us nowadays. Kids nowadays are crazy. Grandma, you don't understand, we're modern. This is what old kids wear nowadays. Back in my day, we just showed off our thighs and chests. Not like you skinks nowadays showing off every inch of you. By the way, why does a cat have tits? I don't know, Grandma, it's just fashion. It's a fashion statement. It's feminism. Showing off your tits is feminism? Yeah, it is. Why do the two strings have like the little buttons that are right in front of you? Listen, Grandma, it's a statement, okay? It's a statement, it's a life choice. Okay. You feel like Rebel was a part of the Ember Heirloom modding process? What do you mean a part?